Have you ever practiced something so much you swear you had it down, and then you went to go share it or perform it in any kind of situation, audition, recital, jam session, just playing it for someone in your household, maybe recording it for yourself, any of those things. And when you do that, it did not come out like you practiced it. You made mistakes you maybe never even made before, and you swear you had it down, but then you fell flat on your face or just played it really poorly. Well, I'm going to share with you a principle that bridges the gap between these two worlds of practicing and thinking we have it down and performing and realizing I don't have it down. And what do you do to actually bring how you play it over here into these situations here? And there's a really simple way, a fun and cool way for you to test this for yourself. And it really is interesting how it affects us. And I want to share that with you at the end so you can try that for yourself. Well, many years ago when I was looking at colleges to go to, I went to a bunch of workshops at this college called Cornish College of the Arts here in Seattle, where I live. And I went to a workshop by a professor who was a piano performance professor, and he did kind of a lecture on this topic that he called the principle of added stress. And it's so simple. The idea was, in your practice time, you are comfortable. Everything is how you're used to it. You have your coffee, you did your morning routine, the lighting is the same as yesterday, you're sitting in the chair you like. And we practice and practice and practice in these conditions. We think we have something down, and then when we go to play it somewhere else, the conditions are different. The stimulus is different, even if the lighting is different. But imagine getting on stage and there's a spotlight or whatever. I used to play wedding gigs, and they were the most nerve-wracking performances imaginable because I was playing solo guitar. Everything is so exposed. There's nothing to hide behind. And then everyone gets completely quiet. And then there's bridal parties walking down the aisle and you have to play the music and it's 100% exposed. And oh my gosh, so nerve-wracking. Completely a different feeling than when I was practicing on my own and thinking that I had it down. So there's a reason that performing is something that takes practice of its own, right? To do a good performance, you have to do actually a bunch of performances, not just play the thing on your own a bunch. But you can kind of simulate what happens when you go to a performance, which is that you get nervous, and you get nervous because everything feels different. So you can practice things being different. And that is the principle of added stress. So how can you add stress? How can you change the conditions, the environment around you, what's happening while you're playing something, maybe something, you get to the later stages of practicing something, you think you can play it, start switching things up, even just playing it in a different room, switching your chair, switching the lighting, different time of day, of course, playing it for people you think you're very comfortable with, it's going to come out. You know that feeling? You start playing and you're like, no, I swear I had it down. I swear. No, I just played it really well. One more time. We don't want to do that, right? So we want to practice getting those bugs out ahead of time. So the principle of added stress is adding that stress for yourself. And in this lecture series that I went to, they gave all these funny examples, right? Like it could be anything, right? Maybe you get your friend's dog who's aggressive to bark at you, or someone's like vacuuming under your feet while you're trying to practice. Like those things are not that practical, but get creative with it. It can be anything. So here's a little test that you can do for yourself that is kind of a science experiment because it will change your physical reaction to what's happening, similar to a performance. And it's so simple. You can just even do this in your comfortable practice space. All you got to do is when you have something you think you're ready to perform, play correctly all the way through in some way, you take your guitar, you go out of the room, you close the door in the room, and then you come into your room and you walk to where you're going to sit down. You sit down and you play it. That's it. And actually it'll make chills go down your spine. It will feel so weird and nerve-wracking. And if you want to amp that up a little bit, add little tweaks. Start a video recording on your phone, just for you, just for this experiment. Put the video there, start it recording, then leave the room. Do that whole thing. The video's there. You can see yourself on the screen. You sit down. You try to play. Oh my gosh, it's so different than what we do when we're practicing and we say, oh, I messed up. Cool, let me start again. Okay, yeah. What's happening when we're practicing in our complete comfort zone, in our comfort space, in our practice time, is that we're not even registering all the times that we messed up. So we think that we have it down because we played it really well once or really well 3 times or whatever. And in the practice time, of course, we want to try to track those things and, maybe keep track of how many times in a row you actually did it right. But even that, you go, oh, I'm going to start over. Oops, start over. Oops, start over. Oops, start over. And that's happening so many times while we're practicing and you're not thinking of it. But if you walk out of the room, have that video recording, come and sit down, or any other situation you're actually playing for someone, then every single mistake or every single thing you thought didn't go right is going to be this enormous red flag for yourself. So this will help you enhance your musicianship like nothing else. Just a simple practice strategy. Use it for fun if you want to use it for fun, but when something actually matters, when you have something you want to actually share and perform, or maybe there is a serious kind of audition or an actual performance or something like that, game changer. Use this principle. Do interesting things that switch up the environment and add stress to your performance at home. So when you have stress later, that is part of the performance and just the way it's going to be, you are not nearly as fazed and thrown off by it. Please try this and leave a comment and let me know how it goes. I would love to hear about it. It's such a cool experiment to do. And if you want some music that is solo guitar music, if you haven't done that before, or you want some easy pieces that you can play totally on your own, so it's a complete piece of music, test yourself out this way. Maybe you usually just improvise and solo and this doesn't apply to you just playing completely on your own. Well, you can get my solo guitar arrangement pack for free. There's a PDF link in the description, or you can go to soundguitarlessons.com/moon to get that. A bunch of pieces, some more difficult, some very easy, some classical pieces, chord melodies, all kinds of things you can play totally on your own for a complete sound. Take a simple one of those or some kind of piece like that and do this kind of practice and this kind of test with it. You'll see a lot of results from that. Thanks so much for watching this video. I post a lesson video every week. I'm Jared from soundguitarlessons.com. Hope to see you in another one soon. Make sure you're subscribed. Happy practicing. I hope you use the principle of added stress. See you next time.